Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's up for the lovely Leos in early October. My gods, talk to me. What do we got for my friends here? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card as half the deck flies out of my hands. Let's get it going. I'll give you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot. You get a little bit of a blooper reel, Leo. But let's get it going here. And also, if you're looking for the costume, I'll be rocking those in the middle of the month, starting with the mid-October reading. So you'll be able to see me all dressed up this month, my friends. Let's get it going. What do we got for Leo, please? Thank you. All right, so we have this really nice Empress energy right in the front. Okay, so this is a really good way to start the reading, regardless of what shows up. It's a bit of an in-depth type of energy as well. Now, before we start breaking that down, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading, enough of the plugs. Okay, hopefully no more bloopers in this reading. But you see this lovely woman here. She is set in nature, surrounded by animals. She literally has the tree of life on her back. So we're looking at those big Empress vibes. Maybe some of you are really connected to nature in this time, or you need to get out in nature and breathe in that beautiful energy. That's a possibility here. But this is a heavy card of blessings, fruitfulness, and abundance. So if you're going through rough things in this time, this could be a little shot in the arm from Spirit saying like, hey, your blessings are coming. They're coming down the road. It's a very powerful, divine, feminine type of energy. So for some of you, you might be embracing that aspect in your life in some way. But it is a beautiful connection to the natural world around us. So let's get into tarot and see what's up. And yeah, as I always say, that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. But we're going to get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. See what's up for Leo, please. Gods and Spirit team. So, last week's reading, it was interesting. It was titled A Sudden Victory, which was nice because in the past month or so, we've been having like up and down, mixed bag type of energy. The week before that was talking about somebody being nervous. So it was nice to see a possible breakthrough for a lot of the Leos. Hopefully something went your way. But let's get you 3 cards out and see what we have for you this week. As you already know, energy is very malleable. Nothing's ever set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, of course. Let's get these first 3 out, because this energy could be someone you're linked with as well. Okay, we have the 3 of Wands in position number 1. Interesting indeed. Okay, we're going to keep moving here. That could be very much strategic planning, somebody in a hold-in pattern, waiting for something. Thank you. All right, this could be a little bit of a warning. We have the Devil in position number 2. Okay, that's giving me interesting feelings here. We're going to need to break that down. Let's get one more. Thank you. All right, yeah, we have the Page of Cups. And you also have a bonus this week. You have the Emperor right here, which is an interesting energy to have, especially with devil energy in the spread as well. We're going to need to talk about this and break it down because, Leo, I think this is going to be a very nuanced, in-depth type of reading. So let's go through it real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes of each card. Then we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So position number 1, we're starting a little bit inconspicuously, right? The 3 of Wands, sure, it could represent things like distance, travel, vacations, things like that. But when I see this card, I think of somebody waiting, planning and strategizing. Sometimes that's more of like a 2 of Wands energy, but the 3 of Wands is somebody that may have been manifesting, put something out into the world or out into the universe, and you're waiting to see those results. Okay, so there might be something you've purposely manifested. Some of you could have subconsciously manifested something, but it is somebody waiting as well, right? So we're going to want to see how that plays out. Now, we have an interesting dynamic of energy starting us off here, because as we move to the center, we have the Devil. Like I always say, when the Devil pops out, it isn't an automatic reading sinker. Okay, every card has positive and negative, but this could absolutely be a warning. So for some of you, this could just represent a connection to the Capricorn. Why do they get the Devil card? Because of the goat symbolism. That's it. So if you're a cross-watching Capricorn, don't get all upset about this. It's only due to the symbolism. However, some of the other meanings of this card could represent somebody who may feel like a prisoner, somebody who may feel trapped, whether that's trapped to behaviors, trapped to addictions, trapped in relationships. This could be a toxic type of energy as well. So it could be toxic individuals, toxic behaviors. And I don't want to overuse those words, but I think you get what this devil means. It could be a big warning about somebody or something. So that could be a super important card in this spread that we're really going to want to clarify. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Page of Cups, a nice softer type of energy and card. So it's like we're going up and down in this spread. The Page of Cups could represent a water sign. All pages are students, all pages are messengers. This card in particular could be a bit bashful, right? When we're looking at the rougher side of the Page of Cups, it's somebody who's not saying something, somebody who's keeping their lips zipped and sealed. But the positives of this card is somebody that is very artistic, very creative, and speaking, right? Speaking their emotions, emotional offers, and things of that sort. So I do like this card. Okay, so we're going to see if that is a talk or a person. We'll just have to really connect the dots when we get to that page, because it could just be communication. Now, as we get to the bonus section, this card is once again another little footnote. We have the Emperor himself, okay? The divine masculine counterpart to the Empress. So we have that Empress figure as one footnote. We have the Emperor as the other. This could speak about balance when we get them both together. That could represent soulmates, soul connections when we get both of them in a spread. The Emperor, obviously the card of Aries, is somebody taking control. So in this time, whether it's somebody trying to control you, control your actions, control your thoughts, when I get the Emperor in a spread specifically as the bonus card, it could be Spirit saying like, hey, you got this, you got control, or you need to take control. You need to flex those muscles. So let's dive deeper on all this, Leo, because I'm interested. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, so we're going to get a good old shuffle here for Leo, please, and see what's going on, my guides. Talk to me about Leo. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Three of Wands. And as always, if you read tarot yourself, that's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Leo, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. You won't be stepping on my toes. So what's going on here? Why is the Three of Wands in the mix? Thank you. Okay. Death in reverse. Interesting. Okay, now for any of you unfamiliar with this vice versa tarot, when we get reverses, you have the front side, you have the back side. So we have death in reverse, so there is some sort of link to the past. For some of you, you might be waiting for something or someone from the past to reemerge in some kind of way, or that could be something you're yearning for. A lot of you need to know things that you might be experiencing in the very near future might be cyclical, might be something that you've already lived through. Spirit might be testing you and doubling down once again. So I'm getting that vibe of, yes, the cyclical karmic nature of Spirit, because death is a karmic card. But you might get a test again from Spirit. Something you may have been tested on years ago might pop up again, or someone or something from the past might swing back around. That's a big possibility, okay? I always like to say leave the past in the past, but this could be some sort of karmic test, all right, where Spirit wants to check you, check the progress you've made, okay? Like, see how far you've come. I'm not going to speak on it too much, of course. You might just be linked with a Scorpio, but when I get death in reverse, I do think of the past coming back in some way. So let's move over to the devil. For some of you, that might not even apply. That might just be you manifesting your current situation weeks or months ago. But let's go in on this devil card, see what's up. It could also be a warning about like not letting history repeat itself. Yeah, this is a warning here. We have the King of Wands in the upright underneath this devil. This does feel like a big warning to me that could represent you. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything in between. It could represent another fire sign. But when I get the King of Wands in the upright, it's somebody who's like very amped up, very entrepreneurial, and putting their energy towards something. This is a manipulative type of energy we have in the center. All right, so hopefully it's not somebody trying to manipulate you from behind the shadows. I would say to absolutely watch the company you keep in this time. Beware of certain individuals around you. Now, if that's somebody that's popping up in your head, you know who I'm talking about. But this is a manipulative type of energy in the center, where somebody might really be the devil in the shadows, but are trying to give off this King of Wands type of energy. Okay, because look at them. They look similar in this deck for some reason, right? So I'm getting like somebody trying to mask those inner demons. Now, if this is you trying to get control of bad behaviors that you know you exhibit, or mental things, whatever it might be, you might be taking control in a good way. Because remember, we had this Emperor. But yeah, there might be somebody in your circle that you need to watch out for. I would say this is an important or serious warning as well about the company you keep and those in your circle. Because it's somebody trying to pull the strings from behind the scenes. This is somebody who is very manipulative, very good at it too. So watch out for this energy, especially with the links to the past that we have as well. We're going to keep moving. Big warning there. We're going to see what's up with that Page of Cups. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is the Page of Cups here? Thank you. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse underneath this Page of Cups. So it's an interesting elemental mix we have going on here. This is water sign type of energy. I'm getting the vibe of somebody denying another individual as well. Some of you might just be in the mode where you're like not in romantic mode, or you might be like shutting down anything romantic, because it is giving me that vibe of somebody feeling or being rejected. Okay, so do with that what you will. But when I have the Knight of Cups in reverse, especially under the Page of Cups, they're both communicators. So this could be a warning about one's emotional state, very much up and down, back and forth. Okay, so there could be some sort of talk or communication that gets a little fiery and out of control as well, where someone speaks their dissatisfaction. Okay, so we have interesting things going on here. Let me show you both of these up close together. Okay, because they're similar in nature. So if you're dealing with water signs, watch out for this person in this time. But we have a lot of court cards showing up. There's a lot of emotional volatility here on the back end. So somebody might be a loose cannon. Okay, that's another vibe I'm picking up. Okay, and I hate to, just give negative messages and stuff like that. But if I see things or feel things that look like a warning to me, I'm going to give it to you straight. Let's go through and do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. In position number 1, we have the Three of Wands with Death in reverse. Now, when I see this, yes, it can speak about karmic tests from Spirit testing you to see where your progress is at. But another thing I was picking up here is either somebody waiting on the past to come back around, or there being some sort of reemergence of a situation or an individual from the past coming back around. There's that link there. Now, moving to the center, we have the Devil with the King of Wands in the upright. This wasn't giving me the best feeling. Like I said, watch the company you keep, watch the people around you. This feels like a manipulative type of energy, somebody like hiding or pulling the strings from behind the curtain type of energy. If this is the energy you're in where you're trying to control or work through those inner demons, I would say that's a good thing. However, moving to the back end, we have the Page of Cups with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so whether it's somebody speaking their dissatisfaction, it was giving me an intuitive feeling of somebody rejecting or feeling rejected. So that's something to watch out for as well. But there can be some emotional volatility, emotional ups and downs, or a communication where people just speak their piece, no filter. So please take that, do with it what you will. We're going to get you one shadow card. You can take a screenshot of that. And we're going to see what's in the shadows for you, Leo. And remember that this energy, it doesn't all have to be yours. This could just be someone you're very closely linked to. Feel free to watch your other alignments. Let's get you one shadow card here. What do we got for Leo? Interesting. And we had like a really positive reading last week using the Shadowland Tarot. So we do have the Fool in the shadows, okay? Interesting that we have both cards that link to Aries in the whole spread, because we have the Emperor as the bonus. We have the Fool in the shadows. So what does the Fool speak about? In this deck, it is called the Seeker. So it can be somebody at the beginning of a very new adventure, a very new cycle. This is a huge warning against doing anything spontaneous, okay? And so if we link it to the reading itself, if Spirit does test you in some sort of way, don't let history repeat itself. But when I see the Fool showing up in the shadows, big warning against spontaneity. Try to be meticulous, detail-oriented, and plan-based in this time, because when the Fool acts a little foolish, there are repercussions to pay. Notice, like, this Fool always is about to walk off a damn cliff. Another thing, aside from all that, is this could be somebody that has cold feet or is nervous about the future. So do with that what you will. But Leo, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. For the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the wonderful Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot card you'd like to see me dressed up as for Halloween this year. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.